Hello and welcome back to another replay I have for you. This time I'm playing in the tier 9, the Thunderbolt II. This is pretty much a little bit of an improved version of the tier 8 M8 Thunderbolt, but with a bigger gun. This is my setup, using mostly AP, which is supposed to be some sort of modern kinetic round. Also gets a little bit of extra fire chance bonus, which is nice. Very standard heat anti-tank multi-purpose. Top speed ability, I run double repair kit and oil for even more speed. Barrel lining, optics, improved filter systems and survivability kit for my kind of playstyle with this tank, because the base camo rating is not very good on this tank. So and if you want to play camo, you might just as well play something like a ZTQ or a Ghost. I mean, even the Atlas is a better sniper in that regard. So the way I play this is like an active flanker, kind of like how I would play the MPF light tank, but of course you don't have any of the defensive mechanisms that the MPF gets, as the armor is pretty much paper. I mean, even against heat, I mean, you might bounce a little bit on some of the blocks, but that's about it. Upgraded AP is even more green. So yeah, this is like a glass cannon but flanker type of tank, and that's also the reason I play it with Ophelia, because of all of her active bonuses like protection while driving, reload speed when spotted, reload speed when driving, and all of that other good stuff. But without further ado, let's dive into the replay. Okay, so now we're loading in. Looking at the lineup, I was kind of both surprised and annoyed at the fact that the enemy has a tier 9 MBT in the TTB, and that we got me in a light tank, because I didn't really expect myself to do well in this sort of scenario. But I saw, as we had the most lightly armored vehicles, like the T249, Griffin, Dragoon, Fish, all that kind of stuff. I wanted to go into the field first, as you can kind of avoid the close quarters combat with MBTs that you're usually not gonna win. At first I was trying to go to the J4, J5 area, but I changed my mind, as like if they would bring any of their light tanks there or AFVs, I would easily get outspotted. And then I got even more paranoid, because I also expected to get outspotted in the plants there. And at this point in time, the C1 Ariete gets spotted crossing through the field, and that's when my flanking starts. That was poorly aimed, so I missed. So here I'm setting up, waiting for the C1 Ariete to push, because I know for a fact that if he's hold down under the water, the Krish is not gonna pan him, and the Griffin is only gonna chip him a little bit. There I spotted the T249 in the water as well, but I decided to ignore that guy, as he wasn't shooting me. Or he didn't keep on shooting me. And I wanted to use my DPM, which is actually pretty alright in this thing. 9k DPM is not bad. But then, again, the Ghost has 10k, so it's definitely not the best either. In general, this is one of those tanks that will always be in the middle of the bunch. So it's like, it's balanced alright, but like it's not great at anything. Here I wanted to run from the TTB whilst pushing the T249. I was kind of lucky the Krish was in the wake. And also lucky the T249 didn't know how to aim. Because if he would have shot my lower plate there and done like 1000 damage. Barely avoided the Krish. And then I wanted to get some side shots on the TTB. And there these modern kinetic AP rounds are very nice indeed. I mean 800mm of pen used to be the highest penetration I think on any AP rounds at tier 9. But that was before the Ghost was introduced with 850. On its upgraded AP that is. Again, slightly lucky that I don't get nailed by the Krish. Because the Krish and Tama will usually pen both rockets. Here I noticed the TTB was driving, so I just set up for an ambush. One. He smokes but doesn't get unspotted. I bounce one on the track. Meaning I take one, but that's fine in this case. The Dragoon didn't expect the blue sniper there to designate him, and that's why the Charlie could finish him off. Charlie did get nailed by the Chrysanthema from the field though. So this is a 2v3 situation. I'm only on 1000 HP and the Challenger is on 800. But of course I do still have my Ophelia with the shield up. So here the thinking is I want to try and get around as fast as possible. So in case the Merc pushes, I would have side shots. But the issue is the Charlie was too low already, so he died too quickly. So then just keep on going, and suddenly a wild CV90 appears. There I auto-aimed and was kind of lucky with the fire as well. Easy bounce on the ass. Strong American booty. Here I tried to debate the Merc because I kind of expected him to want to turn and follow me that way, but he isn't that smart, so he actually just followed me. Barely missed me there. And here I'm thinking, okay, I do actually have the HP and the shield, and I kind of have to try and win the 1v1 here, because I'm not gonna win a 1v2. Slightly bad RNG, but there I take him down. So already a very nice score for this tank, because this tank is not it's not what you would call competitive by any sort of sense of the word. Meaning big game results like this are very rare indeed. So now my thinking is I have heat loaded. And my thinking is like as long as I keep on moving, I don't think the Chrysanthema should be able to hit me in close quarters combat. And even if he hits me because of the Ophelia shield, I should be able to survive at least one double tap. So I'm just running around trying to look for him. I wanted to trigger the cap, but then I didn't expect the AT squad to be there, so I got spotted. That's why I just kept on driving, because with this thing it's extra important that your enemy doesn't know where you are, because if they do, they will pretty much always outplay you. The Thunderbolt in many ways is like a Type 99A2 in the sense that like the gun is alright, but the speed is definitely the main attribute of the thing. So now I notice Krish is capping himself. So I activate my speed boost. Like crossing the bridge here is risky because if the Krish would have been coming to E6, he would have spotted me there. But as he didn't, I felt more comfortable to be able to push up towards the cap. Like right as I crossed the corner here, the thought struck me, what if this is a bait? And there I think it might actually have been my soft kill that saved me, because that's the only sort of APS this tank gets. And there you see with the speed, the Chrysanthema actually didn't manage to... Nice miss. He actually didn't manage to hit me because I'm faster than his ATGM control ability. And there I finish him off. Let's go to the results. And we're in the results. 11.5k damage, which by my standards is insane for a Thunderbolt II, because like I said, it's not a good tank. It's not meta in any sort of sense. But yeah, the stars aligned in this battle and everything worked out. The 800 HP Challenger Falcon and me managed to win the 2v3. Managed to fully take out both the Chrysanthema and the T249 in that in this game. But of course, if any of them would have been better at aiming, I probably wouldn't even have survived this game. So you kind of need a little bit of luck, but so with some good decision making and a little bit of luck, you're gonna get pretty far. So yeah, that was the game. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, leaving a like, dropping a comment, and see you next time.